time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Now you look at this Saints defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Carr. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Herbert to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Completes it to Perry. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Carr. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Herbert. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Play action. It's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 9. Herbert powering up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here's Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? or maybe just one or two receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
Perry on the move to the right. He'll start with a give to Kamara.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
2nd and 9.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
You look at this Bears defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Carr completes it. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Read option. Here's Herbert. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Herbert now on the option.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
For the Bears at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes.
Here's a diving catch right side. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old run.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver.
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Group E able to add the PAT.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed.
There he goes left side. Up to midfield.
And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Point after try forthcoming. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Again, it's Kamara.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Perry on the move to the right.
On second down, Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A.T. Perry.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have moved out in front. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye,
he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now an option play on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Fields now to throw. That is caught.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Fields going to keep it running right.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Fields.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Here's Carr.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Let's take it inside his own 40. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down now, but that clock rolling.
To throw is Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore. 43 yards.
And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up second down. To throw his Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, here's Carr.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Carr. Olave holds it in. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, it's Carr.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 4. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On 1st down, right back to Herbert.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. On the option right is Fields.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fields.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Fields throwing again. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have broken the tie.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Carr now to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A give. This is Kamara. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Carr to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Carr going to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Colin Saunders able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Catch made, it's Moreau. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Fields going to keep it running right.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
A handoff for Herbert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's the option.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
Groupie for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Fields now to throw.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Again, Fields.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. A give to Kamara running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a first down throw. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now it's Fields. And again back to Kmet. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Fields throw complete here to Kmet.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Throwing his car. It's complete. Kamara. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. Carr to throw. He's got his target. It's Olave.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
This is unbelievable.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.